Hello there. Let me ask you something, and I want you to be honest with yourself. When you wake up in the morning, how do you feel? Do your joints ache before your feet even hit the floor? Do you feel like your digestion is always off, bloated, heavy, or just plain uncomfortable? Do you find yourself more tired lately, even though you're not doing anything different? If you've nodded yes to even one of those, I want you to know, you are not alone, and you are not broken. I see it every day. In my years as a health professional, I've sat across from hundreds of patients over the age of 50 who feel like their best years are behind them. They say things like, maybe this is just what aging feels like. I guess I have to accept it now. Everything hurts, and nothing helps anymore. But let me gently and firmly tell you something. Aging does not mean suffering. There is still so much more life in you than pain, so much more energy in you than fatigue, and yes, there is so much more healing possible than you've been told. Sometimes what we need isn't another expensive medication. Sometimes the most powerful support for your body comes from the simplest places. Today, I want to talk to you about one of those things. It's something most of us already have in our kitchen cabinets. You've used it to bake cookies, freshen the fridge, and maybe even clean your sink. But did you know that a small glass of water with a little bit of baking soda could help you feel better in ways you might never expect? Now, before we go any further, let me be very clear. This is not a miracle cure. There is no such thing. Your health is complex, and every body is different. But over the years, I've seen something remarkable in many of my patients. When used properly, baking soda water has helped support relief from things like heartburn, joint stiffness, gout, inflammation, UTIs, and even fatigue. It sounds simple, and it is. But sometimes, simple is powerful. And here's the science. Baking soda, also known as sodium bicarbonate, is a natural compound that can help neutralize excess acid in the body. As we age, our body's ability to regulate pH, reduce inflammation, and filter toxins efficiently can decline, often leading to those mysterious little aches, digestive issues, or general blah feeling you just can't shake. Now imagine giving your body a gentle helping hand, something to ease the strain, rebalance your system, and bring comfort back into your daily life. This is why so many seniors are turning to baking soda water, and why today we're going to explore 12 common health concerns that this humble remedy may help with, naturally, safely, and affordably. But I don't want to just give you facts. I want to give you hope. Because if you're here watching this, it means you're still searching, still fighting for better days. And that means something. That means you haven't given up. Neither have I. So whether you're a 59-year-old just starting to feel those first signs of change, or a 79-year-old who's lived through a lot and wants to enjoy the years ahead pain-free, or maybe you're caring for someone you love who just wants to feel like themselves again, this message is for you. In the next part of this video, we'll take a closer look at the science and stories behind baking soda water, and how it might just change the way you feel every single day. No gimmicks. No hype. Just good information, honest care, and a natural approach to feeling better. Let's begin this journey together. One small sip at a time. Because you deserve to feel good. You deserve to feel strong. And above all, you deserve to feel alive. Let's take a look at the first condition. Baking soda water may help with heartburn and acid reflux, one of the most common and uncomfortable issues for seniors everywhere. Part 1. Heartburn acid reflux relief. You've just finished dinner. Maybe it was something simple, a bowl of soup and some crackers. You're relaxing in your favorite chair, but then it hits you. That familiar burn rising in your chest, a tightness in your throat, A sour taste you can't quite get rid of. Heartburn. Again. For millions of older adults, this isn't just an occasional annoyance, it's a daily battle. And many of the over-the-counter antacids only offer short-term relief or come with side effects that no one really wants to deal with. Let's break it down. As we age, the muscle that keeps stomach acid where it belongs, your lower esophageal sphincter, can weaken. That allows acid to creep up into the esophagus, causing that burning sensation we know as reflux. Here's where baking soda steps in. Sodium bicarbonate is a natural antacid. It doesn't block acid production like some medications. It neutralizes the acid already there. When mixed with water and taken in small amounts, it can help ease that acidic discomfort and bring almost immediate relief. Real story. Take Harold, 71, from Oregon. He told me, "Doc, I used to dread bedtime. I'd wake up choking, gasping. The reflux was so bad it scared me. Then I tried the baking soda water like you showed me. Within a week I slept through the night for the first time in months." How to use: mix 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda in a glass of filtered water. Drink slowly, ideally 1 to 2 hours after meals, not immediately after eating. Never exceed 1/2 teaspoons in a 24-hour period unless advised by your doctor. Caution: if you have high blood pressure, heart or kidney conditions, this might not be suitable for you due to sodium content. Always consult your doctor. Heartburn may be common, but it doesn't have to be your constant companion. Sometimes all it takes is a little glass of relief from something as simple as baking soda water. Part 2. Urinary tract infections, UTIs. Let's talk about something that doesn't get mentioned enough, but affects millions of seniors, especially women. Urinary tract infections. Painful, persistent, and frustrating. UTIs can turn a good day into a miserable one fast. As we get older, changes in hormone levels, bladder function, and immune response can make our bodies more vulnerable to infections. You may find yourself taking antibiotic after antibiotic, but the relief doesn't last, and the side effects wear you down. But here's a gentle and natural ally you might not have considered: baking soda water. You see, when your urine becomes too acidic, it can create an ideal environment for bacteria to grow. Baking soda can help alkalize the urine, which may reduce burning, slow bacterial growth, and ease discomfort, especially in the early stages of a UTI. Real story. Susan, 67, had been dealing with UTIs every other month. "I was so tired of the cycle," she said. "Cranberry juice didn't help. Antibiotics made me nauseous. When I tried baking soda water and improved my hydration, I finally felt some control again." How to use when symptoms first appear. 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda in a glass of water. Once a day. Increase plain water intake throughout the day. Use only for 2 to 3 days, and stop if symptoms worsen. Always see your doctor if symptoms persist or fever appears. Important: baking soda is not a substitute for antibiotics in full-blown infections. It's a supportive measure, not a cure. Paired with better hydration, hygiene habits, and early awareness, baking soda water may help reduce the frequency and severity of UTIs, giving you peace of mind and more pain-free days. Part 3. Gout. Uric acid balance. The stabbing pain in your toe, the swelling in your ankle, the red, inflamed joint that keeps you up at night. If you've ever had a gout flare, you know it's no joke. Gout is a form of arthritis caused by high levels of uric acid in the blood. When uric acid builds up, it forms sharp crystals in the joints, most often the big toe, but also knees, wrists, and elbows. And while doctors often prescribe medications like allopurinol or colchicine, you might be looking for something more natural to help keep uric acid in check. That's where baking soda water may be helpful. Baking soda's alkaline nature can raise the pH of your blood and urine, helping dissolve uric acid more effectively. This may support the kidneys in flushing it out, before it becomes crystallized pain. Real story. George, 76, had nearly given up walking. "My toe looked like a balloon," he said. "I'd cry just trying to put on socks." He added baking soda water to his routine, alongside his prescribed meds and a low-purine diet. Now, he's back in the garden every morning. How to use during gout flare prevention. 1½ teaspoon in a glass of water once daily on an empty stomach. Drink more water throughout the day to aid uric acid removal. Avoid red meats, shellfish, alcohol, and high-sugar foods. Caution. Again, sodium matters. Monitor your blood pressure and consult your doctor before making any routine changes. Living with gout can be debilitating. But by giving your body the right environment to heal, alkalinity, hydration, and care, relief is possible. Sometimes, it starts with a single glass. Part 4. Indigestion bloating. You've eaten something light, maybe even just a banana and toast, and yet, your stomach feels like a balloon. Bloating, gas, indigestion. It's frustrating, it's uncomfortable, and often it's unpredictable. The truth is, your digestive system naturally slows down with age. You produce less stomach acid and fewer enzymes, which means food takes longer to break down. As a result, gas builds up. You feel full, sluggish, and maybe even nauseous. Here's where baking soda can step in once again. When you mix baking soda with water, it creates a mild alkaline solution that reacts with excess acid in the stomach. This gentle buffer can help restore digestive balance, calm your belly, and reduce the sensation of heaviness. Real story. Diana, 64, used to dread dinner. "Even healthy meals left me feeling 6 months pregnant," she joked. "Now I use baking soda water when I feel the bloating start, and within 20 minutes, I'm back to normal." How to use as occasional digestive support. Mix 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon in a cup of warm water. Sip slowly, 30 to 60 minutes after a meal. Use as needed, but not more than twice a day. Pair it with good habits. Eat smaller portions. Chew thoroughly. Avoid carbonated drinks during meals. Your digestive system doesn't need to suffer silently. Sometimes a small shift, like balancing your internal pH, is enough to turn discomfort into ease. Part 5. Kidney function support. The kidneys, small organs with a massive job. Every day they filter over 50 gallons of blood, removing waste, balancing electrolytes, and regulating blood pressure. But with age, that workload gets harder. And if you've been told your kidney function is starting to decline, or you're borderline, you're not alone. Mild to moderate kidney concerns are increasingly common after 60, especially if you've lived with high blood pressure or diabetes. But that doesn't mean you're powerless. In fact, a growing body of research has shown that baking soda, when used under medical guidance, may play a role in slowing kidney decline, particularly for those with metabolic acidosis, a condition where the body becomes too acidic. Here's the connection. When your body becomes too acidic, the kidneys work overtime to filter that acid out. Sodium bicarbonate helps neutralize excess acid, giving your kidneys a little breathing room, and possibly preventing further damage. Real story. Leo, 68, had early signs of chronic kidney disease. "My GFR was slipping," he told me. "I was scared, but my nephrologist recommended a low dose of baking soda water as part of a broader plan, and my numbers held steady for over a year." How to use, only under medical supervision. 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon in water, once daily, ideally taken in the morning on an empty stomach. Combine with low-protein, low-sodium diet. Your doctor will guide you. Important caution. Never self-prescribe baking soda for kidney issues. It must be part of a doctor-supervised plan, because improper use can cause more harm than good, especially with existing kidney conditions. Still, it's empowering to know that something as humble as baking soda water, in the right hands, may help support the body's natural filtration system. Part 6. Joint pain inflammation. A stiff knee in the morning. A sore wrist by afternoon. An ache in the hip that just won't quit. Joint pain is one of the top reasons seniors lose mobility and independence. And the silent culprit behind much of that pain is inflammation. Now, inflammation is part of your body's natural defense, but when it lingers, due to poor diet, stress, sedentary lifestyle, or age-related changes, it becomes a fire that spreads quietly, affecting joints, tissues, even your heart and brain. So where does baking soda come in? Emerging studies suggest that sodium bicarbonate may help calm the inflammatory response, especially in autoimmune and chronic inflammatory conditions. It's thought to work by influencing immune cell behavior and promoting a more anti-inflammatory state in the body. Real story. Martha, 72, struggled with rheumatoid arthritis. It wasn't just the pain, it was the exhaustion from it. I started taking baking soda water 3 times a week with my doc's approval. I still have arthritis, but it doesn't rule my life anymore. How to use for general inflammation. 1/4 teaspoon in a glass of water, up to once daily. Combine with anti-inflammatory diet, more greens, berries, turmeric, fish oil. Add gentle movement, stretching, walking, even water aerobics. When to avoid. If you're on corticosteroids or NSAIDs long-term, talk to your doctor before trying this. Interactions are possible. You don't have to live at the mercy of your joints. There are ways to quiet the fire, and sometimes that first step is a little glass of calm. Part 7. Muscle fatigue, energy loss. Do you ever feel like you're dragging through the day, even after a full night's sleep? Do your muscles feel sore after just a short walk, or like they tire out faster than they should? This isn't just getting older. It could be a sign of lactic acid buildup and chronic low-grade acidosis, where your body becomes more acidic than optimal. And yes, it can make you feel tired, weak, and even short of breath. Here's the good news. Baking soda has long been used in the athletic world to buffer lactic acid and improve muscle performance. If it can help athletes run faster, it may also help seniors walk farther, lift more, and move with less fatigue. Real story. Roy, 65, had given up on hiking. I'd get winded. My legs would burn after 10 minutes. He began using baking soda water 3 times a week. Now I take my grandkids up the hill behind our house. I still get tired, but it's a healthy tired. How to use for fatigue support. 1/4 teaspoon in water before light physical activity. Never on a full stomach. Wait 1-2 hours after eating. Don't use every day. 2 to 3 times a week is ideal. Bonus tip. Pair it with magnesium-rich foods like leafy greens, avocados, and pumpkin seeds. These support muscle relaxation and nerve function. Energy is more than just caffeine or sleep. It's about cellular efficiency. And baking soda water, in the right dose, may help restore that flow of energy back into your muscles and your life. Part 8. Immune system support. There's a saying, when the immune system whispers, the wise listen. But as we get older, those whispers can become harder to hear, until illness knocks us flat. The truth is, after 50, the immune system slows down. You may catch colds more easily, take longer to heal, or feel off more often. While baking soda isn't a magic shield, it may play a supporting role in your body's immune balance. By promoting a healthier internal environment, and reducing inflammation that can strain immune function. In fact, researchers at the Medical College of Georgia found that baking soda may influence spleen and macrophage activity, helping signal the body to reduce inappropriate immune activation, especially in autoimmune conditions. Real story. May, 70, used to get sick every month. "Every little germ found me," she said. "I added baking soda water to my wellness routine, and over time, I noticed I wasn't getting sick as often." She also improved her sleep, diet, and vitamin D levels. How to use immune support. 1/4 teaspoon in water, 3 times a week. Best taken in the morning on an empty stomach. Combine with daily sun exposure, immune supportive herbs like echinacea, and rest. Remember, baking soda doesn't replace healthy habits, but it can support your system, like adding a soft cushion under your feet while walking a long road. Your immune system is your guardian. Support it gently, and it will support you back, often in ways you don't see until you realize you haven't needed the doctor in months. Part 9. Oral health. Bad breath. Let's talk about something that often gets brushed aside. No pun intended. Your mouth. As we age, we tend to think toothaches, dry mouth, and bad breath are just part of the deal. But the truth is, many of these issues come from one simple cause: acidity. An acidic environment in the mouth fosters bacteria, the kind that causes decay, gum disease, and that dreaded bad breath. And if you wear dentures or have had dental work, the risks go even higher. This is where baking soda, once again, quietly shines. Baking soda has been used for decades in dental care. It neutralizes acids, reduces bacteria, and even helps whiten teeth by gently lifting surface stains. Best of all, it's safe, natural, and affordable. Real story. Ben, 74, used to carry mints everywhere. I was self-conscious about my breath, even around my grandkids. But when I started rinsing with baking soda water twice a day, it made a real difference. Now I smile more, and talk more too. How to use for oral health. Mix 1/2 teaspoon baking soda in 1 cup warm water. Swish for 30 to 60 seconds and spit out. Do not swallow. Do this morning and night after brushing. Optional. For toothpaste, mix a pinch of baking soda with coconut oil or your regular toothpaste and brush gently. Dental tip. Avoid brushing too hard with straight baking soda as it can be abrasive to enamel over time. Always be gentle. Oral health isn't just about teeth. It's about confidence, comfort, and quality of life. With something as simple as a rinse, you can freshen your mouth and protect your smile. One of your greatest gifts. Part 10. Blood sugar support. Here's something many people don't know. Even if you haven't been diagnosed with diabetes, your blood sugar levels could still be impacting your energy, focus, and mood, especially after 50. Fatigue, brain fog, that 3 p.m. crash that hits harder than it used to. All of these can be signs that your body is struggling to process sugars efficiently, even if your lab results look normal. Emerging research suggests that low-grade acidosis, when the body is slightly too acidic, can impair insulin function, making it harder for your body to use sugar as fuel. By gently helping the body shift toward a more alkaline state, baking soda water may support better metabolic function, particularly when paired with smart dietary habits. Real story. Tanya, 69, was borderline diabetic. My doctor said I didn't need medication, yet, but I felt awful. I added baking soda water 3 mornings a week, cut down on white carbs, and started walking after dinner. My next checkup? My A1C dropped, and I felt human again. How to use, for support, not treatment. 1/4 teaspoon in 8 oz of filtered water, 3 times per week. Drink it first thing in the morning, on an empty stomach. Pair with high-fiber foods, cinnamon, omega-3s, and regular movement. Important. This is not a replacement for medication or a diabetic care plan. It's a tool, one piece of a bigger picture. When your blood sugar is balanced, your energy rises, your cravings fade, and your mind feels clear again. It's not just about numbers on a chart. It's about reclaiming your vitality. Part 11. Balancing body pH levels. You may have heard people say, keep your body alkaline, as if it's a cure-all. But what does that really mean? Here's the truth. Your body works hard to keep your blood pH in a very tight range, around 7.35 to 7.45. It's a delicate balance. Too much acid in your system, acidosis, can lead to fatigue, inflammation, and disease. And yes, over time, diet, stress, and environment can nudge your body toward that acidic edge. Baking soda, as a mild base, can help restore that internal balance. Not by radically changing your blood pH, but by supporting the organs, like your kidneys, that regulate it. Think of it like this. You're not trying to swing the pH pendulum. You're just giving your body a gentle push toward equilibrium. Real story. Carlos, 66, used to feel foggy all the time. It was like walking through soup, he said. Once I started drinking baking soda water every other morning and added more greens to my meals, the brain fog lifted. I felt lighter, mentally and physically. How to use for balance. 1/4 teaspoon in 8 oz water, 3-4 times per week. Best taken mid-morning, not with meals. Combine with an alkaline supportive diet. Leafy greens, fruits, whole grains, clean proteins. Reminder, alkalinity doesn't mean perfection. It means supporting the systems that support you. With consistent care and small steps, your body can return to balance. Not overnight, but over time. And the result? You feel right again. Calm, energized, clear. Part 12. Detoxification. Cellular health. Your body is always detoxifying, every second of the day. Your liver, kidneys, lungs, skin, and lymph system are constantly working to remove waste and keep your internal environment clean. But as we age, that system can get overwhelmed, especially if we're dehydrated, underrested, or eating highly processed foods. When that happens, you may notice headaches, skin issues, brain fog, joint pain, a sluggish feeling you can't quite shake. Baking soda water can be a gentle detox aid, helping reduce systemic acidity, improve hydration, and support the body's natural elimination processes. It can also assist in creating a cellular environment less conducive to oxidative stress. Real story. Gloria, 75, had chronic skin rashes and fatigue. My doctor couldn't find anything wrong. I tried baking soda water 3 days a week, increased my veggies, and started dry brushing. 3 months later, my skin cleared, and I felt 20 years younger. How to use for gentle detox. 1/4 teaspoon in a glass of water, 2 to 3 times per week. Best taken in the morning, with deep breathing or light stretching. Support with detox-friendly habits, dry brushing, sauna, lemon water, clean eating. Detox is not a product, it's a process. And when your body is supported, it becomes a natural healing machine. Your cells, trillions of them, want to thrive. They want to renew. And when they're not burdened with excess acid or waste, they do. You are not too old to detox. You are not too far gone to heal. You are, in every way, still alive with possibility. These 12 health concerns don't define your age, but they do reflect how well your inner systems are working. And sometimes just one simple practice, like drinking baking soda water, can ripple across every system in your body. Conclusion: one small glass, one big difference. So, we've come to the end of this journey together. We've talked through 12 common health challenges faced by people over 50, from heartburn to fatigue, from joint pain to bloating, from urinary tract infections to blood sugar imbalance. And with each chapter, we discovered something powerful. Sometimes, the most effective support for your body is the simplest one. That little box of baking soda you've probably had in your kitchen for years? It's not a miracle, but it can be a gentle, natural ally in helping your body feel better, function better, and heal better. As someone who's worked with many people just like you, people who want to feel healthy again, not just survive, let me say this clearly. You are not broken. You are not too old. You are not out of time. You are strong. You are capable. And you absolutely deserve to feel good again. One small, safe, natural choice at a time. Let's quickly recap what baking soda water can potentially support when used correctly. Soothing heartburn and acid reflux. Easing urinary tract infections. Supporting uric acid. Balance to reduce gout flares. Relieving indigestion and bloating. Supporting kidney function through reduced acid load. Reducing inflammation and joint pain. Assisting muscle recovery and decreasing fatigue. Encouraging immune system balance. Freshening breath and promoting oral health. Aiding in blood sugar regulation. Promoting pH balance and cellular wellness. Supporting gentle detoxification and overall vitality. Now, let's be responsible here. Baking soda water isn't for everyone. If you have high blood pressure, heart conditions, kidney issues, or are on certain medications, talk to your doctor first. This is not a replacement for prescriptions. It's a supplement, a simple practice to support your wellness. Now let me ask you something. Not as a health expert, but as someone who cares about your story. When was the last time you truly felt well? Not just not sick, but well. Light, clear, comfortable, energized, hopeful. That feeling, it's still available to you. You haven't missed it. It hasn't expired. And if you're still here, still watching, still learning, it means you're still willing to fight for your health. So start small. Pour a glass of water. Add a pinch of something ordinary. Drink it with the extraordinary belief that small changes, done consistently, can bring real results. Because they can. And because you're worth it. If this video touched you or taught you something, please give it a like. It helps more people discover these natural health tools. Leave a comment. What's one change you're ready to make today? Subscribe to our channel for more videos that bring real wellness to real people. And don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone you care about. You're not too old to feel new again. You're not too tired to try again. And you're never alone on this journey to better health. Thank you for watching. Thank you for believing. And most of all, thank you for taking care of you. One small glass. One big difference. Every day.